How's it going, shipheads? Welcome to Trek Mods. I'm Jody LaForgery. How's it going, Ron? I see you there. Wish I could join today. Gonna work on live streaming, work on the Obi-Wan and Boga. Definitely tune in and watch later. Oh, I'll be on till 9 o'clock. On till 9. There's Keith. How's it going, Keith? Bricks and Sprues. How you doing there today, buddy? Good to see you here. Hey, Tommy. Good to see you here. Thanks for joining. Hope you're feeling all right today. Welcome to the TOS Galaxy modifications, refits. Going to be doing some filling, some painting. I still got a little bit of finishing work to do around the joints and around various places here and there. It's not as smooth as I would like it to be. Let me just turn the lights up a little bit. Tommy says hi to Keith. Keith says he's doing good. That's good to hear. Glad to know. All right, let's get cracking. We got the paint booth over here on the other camera. I just got to clear some junk out of it. Got a bunch of shit in there. What's this stuff?
Question.
1 second. Okay, I'm back. I was just talking to my kid. Keith says, Helen says hi to both you and Mary. On Mary's behalf, I'll say hi. She's not here right now. She's out with some friends of hers. I'm just holding down the fort here, trying to keep the bird out of my stream. So let's get to the inspection process. This over here somewhere. So I forgot. Just get this light right here. Maybe it'll help me see the trouble areas. That's a little better. Okay. So I got. Where was I looking at that last night? All right, so this looks like a divot, but it's not. It's pretty smooth. Can't even see that. Right there, there's barely a mark. So I got a little bit of a bump right here. It's a tad rough. I got a little bit of filling to do here still. So what I'm going to do is try to get rid of some of that with a wet Q-tip here, because it's Vallejo plastic stuff, which I'm not all that fond of. But nonetheless, I'm going to add a little bit more of it right into there. Don't need that much. And if I can find this thing, which is a tool from a window tinting kit. I'm just going to use that to that's a little nicer. So, Jody's unsupervised. That's right. I'm unsupervised, so I'm gonna get myself in all kinds of trouble. Nah, I'm pretty good. I got nobody to get in trouble with. Except for you guys watching. So we got a bit of a blemish right there. Oh, you can't see that. A bit of a blemish right there. So I'll hit it with the sander first and see if it's a bump or a divot. This little disc bay sander is pretty good, man. Let's see if I can get in there with it. Okay, so I can tell it was a bump by how it sanded itself down there. Hard to tell by just looking at it and feeling it. Because it felt like it could be a bump or a divot. Okay, so I don't really have. I got all these little. Got all these little fittings here, but there isn't really one that gets into the sort of this corner here like I want it to. Let me just get this a little closer that way. There we go. So this corner right here, don't know why I still have that hooked up. Get rid of that. All right, right there. So I'm gonna have to get in there with this file. Just get in here, try and smooth it out. So I'm gonna have to repaint again. Pretty much used all the paint I made last night, but I want to go slightly darker on the next coat anyways. Just a little greener. I added a couple drops of green to it, but it's really not that noticeable. It still looks almost white. Really looks white on camera, but to the eye it looks almost white with just barely a tint of green. So in an effort to get more of that original look, I'm going to make a new batch of paint with a little extra green in it. So the next round will be a little bit darker, and hopefully it'll hide those imperfections a little better. Just a touch right there. Okay, so I need to let that dry a bit and then get in there with the file after. Just a small bump right here. Okay, I've got a bit of a bump. So right here, there's a bit of a dip. So we need a little more of this. It's hard to say. It's hard to tell if I'm getting that filled or not. I don't know about this stuff. I think I'm gonna get some like Bondo or something. Even drywall putty works good. Plastic wood. Not a fan of this Vallejo stuff. It's okay for like an inside corner, but for fine little gaps like that, it's not doing it for me. It's filled in pretty nicely. So a hard part to get to is right here. And it's a little bit rough. So I'm just going to go with the pointy tip of this and try to smooth that out a bit. Just because of the way I glued it, a little bit of excess came out. So we'll try and clean that up a little. Hey, Darth Trent's here. What's up, Trent? How's it going, man? Saying hi. Thanks for joining, buddy. So what I'm trying to do right now is clean this little area up where my deflector comes out. See if I can get in there with this little scrapey thing. I don't know if anybody's ever had those art kits where you scrape it's got a picture printed on there and you scrape around the picture and it's like shiny underneath. If you ever get one of those, keep the little tool from it. It's a handy little tool. I've sharpened mine, of course. So it's good for scraping and cutting things. So it looks like Andrew posted his stream. So Canadian Starships is finally coming back. We've all been missing Andrew for the last couple weeks. So right after me at 9 o'clock, make sure you head over to Canadian Starships and welcome Andrew back to life, back to YouTube and the live streams. Hopefully he's feeling better. And unfortunately, I don't know how to set up the redirect. Before, when I was streaming following Andrew, he would set up a redirect from his stream, which linked all the viewers directly over to mine, which was kind of cool. I'd have a lot of viewers for the first few minutes. But unfortunately, I don't know how to do that to redirect over to Canadian Starships, but fortunately for Andrew, he doesn't need that. Everyone's going to go tune in anyways, regardless. I got the smallest Enterprise D, and he's got the largest. Everyone's saying hi to Trent and hi to each other, which is cool. Nice friendly community we got going on here, which I like. One things I like about finding the HTM, the Hobby Time Modelers group, is just a bunch of great people, man. Everyone's really nice and nice to each other, helpful, complimentary. It's a great bunch of guys. There's Cam. How's it going, Cameron? Good evening, brother. My brother-in-law, Cameron. So I think you were there last night, Cam, watching the you're on the group stream there for a bit, checking us out. I got this painted up. Well, preliminarily painted up with a base coat. So I'm going to be doing another base coat on it tonight. I'm going to darken it a little bit. I need to get some of this schmoo out of here. The schmoo is interfering with my flow of lines. So I had to add a little thin, tiny strip of plastic to the bottom of that door because there was quite the gap there. And I suppose I could have just filled it with the putty, but as someone who's not a fan of that putty, I figured I'd try to put a little piece of trim there to cover the gap. And now I'm just having a hard time with said piece of trim. So I think I'm gonna have to get in there with the little. Oh, that's not gonna work. I need the narrow one. Right here. Is this one gonna fit? Nope. So I need the really skinny one. Let's see, what do we got on there? Gonna get a bit coarser of a grit. Oh, there's Mary. Hi, Mary. How are you girls doing? How was your whatever chicken sandwich bingo or whatever it was you want to do today. Some kind of weird bingo thing. Did you win? Did you win, baby? Keith's worried about me, Mary. Yeah, wingo bingo. Chicken wings. That's what it was. Chicken sandwich bingo. Such a dingus. Keith's worried that I'm unsupervised, Mary, so he's hoping you'll be home soon. Wingless. Aw, boo. Mary came out wingless. Oh, there. That's much better. Hope that's not hurting anybody's ears. It's kind of close to the microphone. Just in case nobody's aware, I did start using a new microphone a couple weeks ago. So it's a highly sophisticated piece of equipment. It's the what is it? It's the Guitar Hero. The Guitar Hero microphone. Actually works really well. I'm quite happy with it. Andrew? So who says hey, Andrew? Trent says hey, Andrew. There's Andrew. Andrew says, how's it going? Streaming early so you don't miss the game. Streaming early so I get some viewers that are, our HTM friends could never watch my stream because it's always too late. So I figured if I go before you, maybe guys like Keith and Ken and Donnie and that'll get a chance to watch a little bit. I'll probably check out the game. Mary kept me apprised of the situation last night. They were doing pretty good. I feel like if I would have been watching the game last night, the Blue Jays might not have done so well, because that's usually what happens. I start rooting for something or somebody, and it all turns to puddles of crap. So I think they did better off without me watching last night. Some coffee. So that's looking pretty good. It's too small for me to get in there and feel it with my big meat fingers. So there's just a bit of a bump still right there. I'll have to, because the nature of this Vallejo stuff doesn't sand that easily because it doesn't turn solid. It stays rubbery, and I don't like that. I want my filler to be sandable, not malleable. So I'm gonna invest in some of that epoxy putty that Andrew uses. I think that would be a better tool for me to be using. Let's see. Cam says that new mic rocks. Yeah, Guitar Hero mic rocks. Keith's asking Trent if he's going to watch the Battle of Michigan. What's the Battle of Michigan? Is that the college football? Michigan State versus Michigan something else? I'd have to ask Cameron, because Cameron would know. What's the equivalent of the college football scene that we have in Canada? Do we even follow that? We got the CFL, which is equivalent to the NFL, but I don't know if the college circuit is as prominent as it is in the U.S. I'm not sure. Cam would know because he's a sports fan. Yeah, Michigan State versus University of Michigan. Okay. So Michigan State University versus the University of Michigan State. Excellent. It's us versus us out there. If we don't win this one, our own people will. So everybody in Michigan's a winner either way. So I was left with like a divot right here, which I didn't like. So I'm smoothing it down. There's already kind of a little impression right here from where the original Enterprise D shuttle bay comes into play. So I'm just trying to redefine that a little bit. So if there's like that little depression coming into the shuttle bay there, I'm fine with that. So the University of Michigan is near where Howard lives, and Trent says not quite. A large portion will be disappointed. But it's all still Michigan. See, we don't have a lot of, like, as far as sports go, we pretty much only have one professional team of anything for each province, really. You know, there's only one hockey team for Ontario. There's only one baseball team for Ontario, so and I don't think people really care too much about the college stuff. Unless Cameron tells me otherwise, because he would know. I don't even know. What I like about this is that it's so gentle, you can rub the edge of it. You can run the edge of this up against your piece, and it's not like scratching into the side. And it's small, and the edge of it is super square and sharp. So it kind of, you know what I mean? It gets right into that corner. That's what I'm trying to say. So as I'm sanding the bottom surface, I've stuck another strip on the side here, so I've got a two-sided little head here. So as I'm working this bottom surface, I'm also thinning out this little strip that I added to the bottom of the door. And it's just blending in a lot nicer. It looks rough like that because of the difference in paint, but it's not bad. That feels pretty good. So I've got a little blemish right here. The paint kind of cracked, or I think maybe there's a bit of glue there. So just try and get rid of that. So I'm careful that I'm using the side. Oh, I should be using it. I was not using the right side. I had the side with the extra sandpaper up against that, which I don't want to do. See where it's smoothing out. Let's see, Cameron says Ontario has two CFL teams, the Toronto Argonauts and the Hamilton Tiger Cats. Okay, so that's the only province that has two of any sports teams. Yeah, that's what I thought. We don't have a lot. And I don't even think every province has professional teams in most sports. I know we pretty much got hockey teams throughout the entire map, but I'm not really as sure about football and baseball. I think the only baseball team we got is the Blue Jays and the Montreal Expos. I think we only got two for all of Canada, don't we? He says Ontario has two NHL teams. Yeah, Toronto and Ottawa. That's right, the Ottawa Senators. That's right. That's right, Keith. Good point. The Ottawa Senators. So I can't. What's going on here? What's going on? Why won't the comment go away? All right. It wasn't doing anything. I was clicking on the comment and it wouldn't go away. So yeah, keep saying Toronto and Ottawa. Yeah. That's right. Keith knows more about hockey than me. Okay, so we're a little rough right up inside here, just in kind of in the center. I don't know if we can see that. So I'm just going to do my best to try to smooth that out a bit. Now, if I end up with a little step here or a bit of a lip, I'm not really going to worry about it that much. It's a hard spot to see. Someone's going to be bending down to look inside underneath that. And I'll get it as smooth as I can. A bit on the back of the neck here. Just give it a little neck massage. Just a little neck rub. Come on. Just a little rub. Just get rid of some of that tension in the saucer section. Yeah. There we go. Oh, I've got tension in my saucer section. Okay, put a little putty there. See if I can give it a rub. Alright, so I had a little piece of this stuff. Sanding sponge. So let's see if we can get this little bump expunged. I know that's not right. And Cam says, yes, yes, yee. Yes, yes, yee. Yes, yes, yee. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Feels smooth enough. All right, so I need to figure out a way so we can see that Bussard collector there. See the gap I got. So I feel like that's a little bit too small. So I can either try, this one's not as bad, but it's still a little small. So I can either attempt to make these again, or I can attempt to make them bigger as they are on there. Because I think I can crack this out and quite easily. All right, that took no effort at all. This one's a little more secure. But I think I can still get it out of there. There we go. So these are just solid pieces that I made. So I can either try to make them again, slightly larger, or I can try to add material to this. Which, if I do that, the only material I have is some clear glue. I don't have solar res or anything like that. Good point, Andrew. Absolutely. Since I've taken them out now, I can leave them out until the model's painted. Yes. I wasn't masking them anyways. I was just gonna clear the paint off when I was done. So what I think I'm gonna do is try to make this again. So let's put the model over there for now. We don't need the spray booth right now. I'm not spraying anything yet. Let's get the painting pad out of here. And get the working pad going. Hey there, Steve. Steve Martin's here. How you doing, Steve? Good to see you. Thanks for joining. Yes, Andrew, they are lighted. There's we got little lights in there. They're just white. That's why the ends were painted red. Let me just turn it on here so we can see. Just put the wires on. Thanks to Todd again for the groovy power supply. Almost broke the model. Okay, so there, we just got white lights in there. Oh, there we go. So all I gotta do, I want them to be almost as big around as the tip of the Bussard itself. Steve says he's doing good. That's good to hear, Steve. Right on. That's excellent. So yeah, that was way too thin. Even the thicker one of the two was too thin. So I want that to be more of the same size as the Bussard. So let's see if I rotate this a bit. So I want more like that. Okay, so the way that I made that, because I didn't have a clear piece that was thick enough, I used a couple pieces of whatever it was that I had. And Lord help me if I can find it now. Didn't have much left. And if I can't find it, well, then I'll have to try to just build on the one I already have. Not in there. Not there. So at first I tried to take one of these little tubes here and melt it into the right shape, but that didn't work. Steve says, love the concept of this ship incorporating many of the designs and Star Trek time periods. Outstanding. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Coming from Steve, that's quite high praise because I've seen his models and his work, and it's pretty outstanding. Oh, Grex. Grex. It's a little pin. Too bad I can't use it for anything. Okay, how embarrassing is this? How embarrassing. Okay, so here's a small piece, but that's not going to be enough. That's not going to be enough. Okay, so this is a leftover piece from my paint cleaning pot that I made. That's not thick enough. Well, I was going to try to take out the remainder of the ring that I have here, but I can't. I have to find another source of thick plastic. Like that. What do I got? What do I got? It's not thick enough. So I had like this thick plastic box. Can't, of course, find it. Terrible. Terrible. Not thick enough. Not thick enough. Give me a sec. Sorry, everybody. I know this is awful. I'm looking for parts I can use. Really wish I had more of that thick plastic. It's plexiglass or something. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. That was ridiculous. Okay, so this is nowhere near thick enough, but this is the thickest thing I could find. I'll have to just stack it up in multiple layers. So let's get this out. Just zing right through that. And of course, that's going to be a problem. Captain Charlemagne's here. How you doing, Captain Charlemagne? Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Let's see. No, thought I had one. Guess it's gone. Okay. I had a Captain on the Bridge sound effect, but it seems to not be in here now. Anyways, welcome to the show, Jeff. Captain Charlemagne, how you doing today, buddy? Everyone's saying hi to Jeff. So what I'm trying to do is stack up some of this clear plastic here into a thick enough piece to reproduce these Bussard caps, but just on a little bit larger of a scale. I made them a little bit too small. And unfortunately, I couldn't find a large enough piece of the this plastic here. So I need at least 3 layers of this for each piece. And I don't have a large enough piece of it left to make 2 of these. I can make 1 new one, but I can't make 2. And I need 2. Just digging around in here to see if I got another small chunk of it somewhere. But I do not. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Because it would have been nice to use that. Just check. I got a little thing here. What is in here? Oh, Tamiya tape. Cool. I got Tamiya tape. Okay, so didn't have a piece there. Look that. That's not thick enough. It's not thick enough. I did find this. I was looking for that yesterday. Found it. I need that. It's like a coupling for the airbrush hose. Like an adapter. Let's see. Jeff says, "All right, Jody, tired of being working all week, but happy you got news on the 1350 HMS Royal Oak. Pre-ordered, will be shipping out soon. That's great. Great news, Jeff. Also, wooden ship model in the form of the Constitution, HMS Warrior. How you been this week?" And he says, "My Galaxy class is looking good. Thank you. I've been okay this week. I've had an okay time. There's my Galaxy class. So I'm at the point now where I'm trying to rebuild those Bussard collector caps. They were too small. So what I need to do is cut a bunch of pieces of this plastic here. I need this. And I got to try and stack them up and make it thick enough that I can carve those. Of course, the sticker's got to be on the only spot that's useful. Well, at least no one can ever accuse me of being a professional YouTuber, because this is subpar behavior at best. Go get that. Okay. See if I can get a little bit of that adhesive off of there. Some electronic contact cleaner. That should do it. Yep. That worked great. Makes it foggy too. So this isn't the sandpaper side, it's just the sponge side. So you're going to be tuning into Andrew's channel? You bet I am, Jeff. Haven't seen Canadian Starships in like almost a month, man. You bet I'm tuning into that. I'm not going to miss that. So I'm going to just lightly buff the other side with the sandpaper. It's almost the same. Spray the entire thing with rub it with the sponge. Look at that. Okay, so electronic contact cleaner seems to be pretty good for fogging up clear stuff. At least this material, anyways. It's I don't know, pretty rigid plastic. Don't know what it is. Don't know what it is. It's true. Okay, so I need this to be flat. So we got to get rid of these corners here. Okay, so let's see, I'll start by cutting this into strips. Probably need at least 3 or 4, well, probably at least 4 or 5 of these strips to make up the thickness. All right, so now we got little ridges because of the Sonic Saber melts the edge slightly. So just gonna get rid of that. So on both sides, as smooth as possible. So when I use CA glue to put these layers together, you're not going to see any scratches because it's sort of just going to fill it all in and even it out. And it actually turns out being pretty clear. It's just like if you pour resin in layers. You know what I mean? You can't pour big, thick heaps of resin. You got to pour it in layers if it's going to be thick. And when you do that, it just should sort of blend in to itself, and it'll be seamless. Like this piece here, you can't really hardly see where I joined it together. Oh, you guys. We've got a visitor.
He's freaking out. I don't know why.
Paco, it's just your brother. Paco's little brother wanted to come and say hi to him. Flew over for some birdie snuggles. There we go. A couple more. You can really feel that ridge on the one side there. Nice and smooth. Smoothy smooth. As smooth as an orphan's eyeball. Just to see if you guys are still listening. I'll say something weird. Let's see if anyone's paying attention. Because I'm not. I'm not paying attention. Hey, get back here. Okay. So if I stack this up and then try cutting them in half, I might have problems. Let's just see how many I need. So there's 3 layers. So I want to go thicker than that. So I'll need 4 layers. It's actually not bad. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll cut them in half first. Because it might be a problem if it's too thick. No, might be. It's going to be a problem if it's too thick. Huh. What do you know about that? Where's my glue? Okay, so a generous amount of glue here. Don't want to get glue all over my sanding block. Yes, that's right, Andrew. I do get lots of good use out of the Sonic Saber. I use it all the time. All the time. Come on. Go. Unblock my glue. Unblock my glue. Say glue me again. All right, so push that. And as you can see, it's gone pretty clear. Clear enough anyways. Hey, box. All right, I'm just gonna get a little clampy on there, just to put the squeeze on it. And we'll get another one. A little bit of an edge on this piece. Yeah, the old Sonic Saber there is a fantastic tool. And you know what, Andrew? I'm still using the original blade. I've heard some of the other guys say that they've broken their blade and changed it more than once. I've sharpened it several times, but I haven't broken it. And I'm pretty aggressive with it. So, yeah, Sonic Saber is a pretty skookum tool. I know that Keith had to fix his, but I think it was just the button mechanism. Nothing wrong with the the working part of the tool, just the switch part had a problem. And yes, I said a skookum tool. If anyone doesn't know, Andrew should know what I'm talking about. But if anyone else doesn't know, it just means well made, solid, tough, well built. Skookum. It's resilient. Okay, clamp this one. Okay, so here's the fun part. Let's get this again. So I gotta kind of trim this down. That was poking into my wrist. Just dig right down in there. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, so I want almost the size of the actual end of the nacelle. So what I'm going to do, try something. Actually, what I should have done was put that on the okay, so I'm going to put this on the nacelle, and of course it's going to totally block what I'm doing here. Just burnish it down a bit with my moose antler tool here. So now try to trim that off. Okay, that didn't work. I should have just used normal tape. What was I thinking? What was I thinking? Just use regular tape. Oh, I don't have the mind of an engineer today. I do, but it was turned off. Let's try that again. This time with just a proper piece of tape. Easier to cut, this piece of tape right here. So what I want to do is just get an outline of my end of the Bussard here. Sacrifice my fingertip. To the starship gods, I offer a drop of my blood to the gods of starship construction, in hopes that I may have a bountiful harvest. I don't know. Okay, so pretty much perfect. That popped right off. Don't want that. No, don't fall over. Okay. So I'll do like I did before. I'll chop it down with this to approximately what I want. That got really hot on my fingertips. Okay, so I got kind of the basic shape. So now I need to hold on to this while I'm grinding it. So the best way that I found to do that is a big glue stick here. So I'm just going to warm this up. Stick it on this big glue stick. And now I have to go retrieve my Dremel tool from my kid, and I'll be right back. All right. It's on the way. I was hearing the wonderful, soothing sounds of grinding coming from my kid's room earlier as they're working on a project. So I had to borrow my rotary tool. And now I need it back. Right,
There you go.
that. Thank you very much.
My bitch done.
It better be charged.
Well, I didn't use it too much.
Just kidding. All right. So I got this running at the lowest. I usually run this at the lowest speed because I'm dealing with plastic, and I find it melts easily. This, yeah, I don't know what they're working on, Cam. Probably cosplay stuff. Not sure. It's just said an old project. It's not charged. Lying liar. That's okay. It only needs to sit on that little stand for a few minutes. All right, so we'll just hold it up to there and all right, so that's way big. Way big. Way big. So what I'm going to try to do is get an outline of it on the where's me marker? Where's me marker? There's a marker. Right, so I'm just going to put it on this way. And I'll try to get an outline of it like that. Yeah, not likely to be able to get that up there without like that. All right, so I gotta get to there. Just warm this up a little bit more. Just let that cool for a second. Trent saying later, guys. Great stream, Jody. Thank you, Trent. Not that great, but hey, I'm having fun. I'm having fun, man. Sorry if it was boring. Maybe next time I'll get someone to come on and help me out. But thanks for tuning in anyways, Trent. I really appreciate it. We'll see you in the comments on Andrew's stream. We'll say hi to you there. Well, I should have had this charging when I was repositioning it. So I'm just using my other finger in behind as like a sort of a stabilizer. Shape it the way I want. Yeah, I'm gonna have to charge this thing. Darth, go green. Yeah, man, go green. I'm gonna go green after the stream. Going green after the stream. All right, so we've got that. Now we're both the same size. Okay, so we want, I don't want it to go, I guess I want it inside there. I want it to fit in the end of the nacelle, don't I? Let me cut out the inside of the profile here, if I can. So just using the edge. All right, so that's quite a bit smaller. So I still got to make it that much smaller. And now it's gone forever. Forever is a short time around here. Okay, so Steve's saying go green. Keith's saying go blue. Yes, go Blue Jays. I agree, Keith. Andrew says ideally, yes. Go green and go blue. Go green or go home. All right, let's see. Glue this back down to here. I still got my tape on there. Hello, Ken. Ken says, good evening, everyone. Good evening, Ken. How you doing? Okay, just rub that a bit, spread it around. Do a little pressy press. And we're good to go. Okay, so that's how much smaller that needs to be. There's my good buddy Ken saying, good evening. Hello, Ken. How are you today? He's doing well, thanks. That's good to hear. I'm glad. You know what? That's fine like that. Oh, again, I didn't plug in this. I should have. Let's just put that on there for a minute. Give it a little bit of a charge. So while that's going on, I'll just grab my other stack. Get old Sonic Susie here. Just zip that right down. Like that. Okay, so I'll use another piece of tape and I'll get this side because I don't think they're quite exactly the same. So I'll just do them independently of each other, ensuring that I get as close as possible to what I need. Oh no! Apart from having to take my Reliant nacelles apart to fix wiring. Oh no, Ken, that's bad news. I hope you were able to fix the wiring. What part of your nacelle was it? Like the wiring for the Raytheon effect? Or like the chiller grill lights? I hope not. Either way, I hope it's not too difficult of a fix for you. I'll see it in your next Reliant video. Okay. And I cut that one in a weird way, but that's all right. All I need is that basic shape. We're good to go. I'll trace it with my marker. So it's going to need fine tuning after this. Of course, this is just going to be to get the basic shape we want. Yeah, not super easy to cut through this when it's all stacked up, but still getting through. It's not too bad. Keith says that stinks, Ken. Yeah, it does. Especially when he's done so much work on it. He's so careful and thorough. And then something like that happens. One was for the Raytheon. Ken says one was for the Raytheon, the other for the negative for the constant on lights. Oh, so two separate circuits we had to deal with. It's not as bad as it sounds. So what happened? Did you like squeeze it together and maybe separate the wire when you're trying to squeeze the pieces together to hold, or accidentally clip it or something? I sliced right through the wire because I had my, not on this model, but on another model, and there was some excess plastic I was trying to trim off, and I was cutting like this, and it went in between the pieces and went right into the model and cut wire inside. That sucked. And then when I was putting together my the first model kit I did, the Discovery Enterprise that I did as a refit, everything was together and lit, and all I had to do was put that nacelle into the secondary hull, and I thought I was clear, but I guess when I slid that in there, there was a wire in behind it, and I pushed hard enough that it broke it, and everything in the ship turned off except for the one nacelle that I was trying to plug into place. But luckily, the front of this pops right off that model, and I was able to get in there and reconnect the wire and fix the connection. Ken has entered the studio. Come in.
Hi, Jody.
Who is it?
It's me. Are you decent?
Let me just get a headset, Ken. Is that better?
I can hear you just well.
Oh, it should have connected to the, hold on. Hello?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I shouldn't be able to hear you from my speakers, though. It should have connected my, oh, silly settings. Why hast thou forsaken my stream?
Can you just turn down your speakers?
I can, but then I won't be able to hear you.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. Are we getting an echo? I don't know because I'm not watching the stream. Why did this not connect? How about this one? Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Oh, you're still on the speakers.
I'm everywhere.
Okay. I think Mary probably used this for her phone or something. So it's probably not connected to my computer anymore. Just get these ones out. Power on.
Is that better?
Should say connected, but it didn't.
I get a lot of people saying hello.
Everyone saying hello to Ken.
Well, and to some other people coming in.
What is going on?
Looks like Other Dawn is saying howdy all.
How come now my stuff's not paired anymore? I hate that. Windows doesn't update, and now all my Bluetooth stuff is not connected anymore.
Well, that's our
'Cause it
Windows.
Just yeah, as soon as I turn my headphones on, it should connect to Windows. Now it's not allowing me. Okay. Well, anyways, welcome to Trek Mods, Ken.
Thank you.
I'm just going to turn those off and hope that the echo is not too bad in the YouTube stream. So how are you today?
I'm doing
aside
well.
from having to do rewiring on your Reliant, that's terrible.
Actually, like I was saying, it wasn't as bad as it sounds. Yeah, it's a big step backwards, but when I re-put the halves together, most of the seams actually disappear again.
Because if you crack it off cleanly enough, because you've already filed and shaped it, shape that seam smooth, right?
Yeah.
So when you put it back together,
yeah. So
the mate back up.
Yeah, so in the one cell, it was the Raytheon in the pylon, and so I got the pylon open and everything, and then I was trying to fix the lighting for one of the other parts. My wire kept stripping poorly, and it got to the point where I was right down at in the cell itself, so I ended up cracking the whole cell open.
Oh no!
Yeah, and then I fixed the problem, got a new, and it was for the Raytheon effect. It was the actual LED itself had snapped.
Really?
Yeah, it's one of those what do you call them? The ones like are used in light bulbs.
Yeah, with the two little wires coming out.
Yeah, and mine are solid. They're not bendable, so it snapped in there somehow, and so yeah, I had to replace it. And then while replacing it, I snapped one again, which I didn't catch on film, but that's fine.
That's too bad.
Yeah. So anyway, that one's fixed, and then I stopped when I got to the second nacelle, and I realized the negative wire for all of my extra lights in this other nacelle had disappeared.
Really?
Yeah.
So then you had to do the other one.
I have to do it yet, but I just ended the video there, and I decided that it would be okay to just do that before the next video.
Yeah, and then you can just explain it in the video what you had to do.
Exactly. So I'm thinking if I'm lucky, I don't have to snap that whole nacelle open. It'll just be oh, my audio's breaking up for everyone. Okay, sorry about that.
Not for me. I'll make another attempt at trying to get my headset hooked up. Give me 1 second.
Certainly.
I gotta open my settings on my computer. I don't know why it didn't just auto connect like it always does.
I do know that your video was breaking up a little bit for me when I was just watching.
Oh, really?
It was, yeah. At least on YouTube.
I wonder if has something to do with my internet connection here. Connected. There we go.
Is that better?
It wouldn't allow me there. Yeah. I got the earpiece connected. Is he sounding better, Andrew?
Yes, let me know if I am sounding better or if I'm still breaking up. Because breaking up is hard to do.
It is. Unless you got a terrible internet connection, then it's easy.
Yeah, I was going to say that the second nacelle, I'm hoping all I have to crack open is the pylon, but if I have to, I can crack open the nacelle again. I'm
Yeah.
hoping not, but we'll see.
Well, I hope you don't have to crack open the nacelle again.
No, Keith is saying I am still breaking up. Maybe it's my internet connection.
I don't hear anything on my end. Howard is here.
Hey, Howard.
He says, yes, have some. Is that his first comment? Did I miss any? I hope not. No, I didn't miss any. He says, yes, have some. All right. And he says, yay, my Megazord replacement part came. I can now finish the darn build. That's good news. That's mega good news.
Cameron is saying we're both are breaking up just a little.
Really? Then it must have to do with my internet connection.
Could be me joining in is causing it to, choke a little.
It shouldn't be a problem. Well, my kid's in there using the internet too. So.
Oh, that could be it.
But my computer is hardwired in. It's plugged right in, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue. Yeah. So I got my pieces stacked up again there. Here you can see a little bit of a seam line in there, but I'm not really going to worry about that too much. Once it's painted red, it's not really going to have too much of an effect. Howard says it's the tariffs. We can't like Canada. You can like Canada.
Not all of you have to like that.
Says Captain, they're breaking up. Look for fallout. So have you done some recording today for the Reliant videos?
I did the final little bit.
Yeah, you did. Are you taking the rest of the day off?
Yeah, I just finished editing and uploading the video now.
Oh, awesome. So I can watch it after Andrew's stream.
No, it'll be out, for me it's always Sunday at 11 a.m. my time. So Sunday your time.
Oh, you try to keep a regular schedule?
Yeah. Just like the Terminator videos are usually 9 a.m. my time on Tuesdays.
Yeah, Terminator Tuesdays. I just, whenever I get a video finished, I just put it out.
And I just wanted to say thank you very much for that tip on the I'll be back.
Yeah, I noticed that you said it in your last one.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I did say it.
Oh, that wasn't me saying it. That was actually right out of the movie.
Oh, was it? I thought it was you doing a pretty spot on impression of the Terminator.
Oh, no, that's one thing I'm not good at. I am not really good at impressions.
Yeah, you just got to practice.
I suppose. I got no one here to annoy, so I could do it all day.
Get some dark sunglasses and a leather jacket and just look in the mirror. I need your clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle.
Yeah, Keith says your video is stuttering a little. So I'm gonna pop out and we'll see if that helps your video.
See if it makes. I could, you know what? I could get rid of my second camera because I don't have it on right now, anyways.
Okay, if you want to do that, we can try and see if that helps.
Stop camera. Bye. See if that makes a difference. It wasn't. Anyways, I had it on the spray booth because I was gonna do another treatment of base coat on the Galaxy there, but I'm doing this instead.
Howard saying he had a crap day. I'm sorry to hear that, Howard. He's here to see what he can break on his model. More, what?
lidocaine.
Lidocaine.
More lidocaine,
Dr. Jody, I'm feeling it. There we go.
I'm afraid I'm not authorized to disperse lidocaine. Not that I have any. Not even sure what that is. It's got cane in the name. It's not good. If it has cane at the end, I don't have any.
Just don't give him any Tylenol. I hear that's bad for you now.
Yeah. As long as it's not Tylenol cane. Give me some Tylocaine. All right, so this isn't. I think I might have to change my drum here. It's not grinding like I want it to, because somebody used it and ground away at who knows what. But it was nice to hear the soothing sounds of crafting and construction coming from my kid's bedroom. Creating and making. Do I have some of those or what? I must. Oh, yes. There's a freshie. I've got a freshie right there. What did I drop?
Oh, no. Howard says, well, my Spider-Man parts came today too, and one of the packages was completely open. The parts were just floating around in the box. I hope they're all there.
I wonder if somebody opened it to try to see what is in the box. Spider-Man arm. I don't want that. What am I going to do with the Spider-Man arm? Puts it back.
Keith said, whoever used it has some tough toenails, referring to your sander there.
No, I think my kid was using it on some kind of clay sculpted stuff. That's really on there, though.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, uh-oh.
You're crowning.
I have to do this the hard way. The easy way didn't work. Now we gotta do it the hard way. There we go. Still won't come off.
Good on the glue last time?
No, it's just it seems to be stuck. I might have accidentally got glue up in there somehow. See, it's like glued at the edge here.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird? Oh well. This might be from a different. Oh, that's no good. That just came apart.
Well, that's really not good. I was going to try and put it on from the other side. There you go. Perfect. I was just going to suggest one of those little hammers. Okay, get a bigger hammer.
I made this a hammer out of stainless steel drawer knobs.
Well, that's kind of cool.
It was my fretting hammer before I had a proper fretting hammer. There. I just made the handle and put a piece of threaded rod in between so I could.
That works.
It's got some weight to it.
Howard's chiming in a little bit too late. He said, roll it on the mat. Mash it a little bit to break the connection of the rubber.
I think there was glue on it. I probably glued something and then started grinding it too soon and got some glue in there somehow, or I don't know.
Was there a washer on the other side as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on there. Whoa. Oh, look at that.
Oh, jeez. It's like one of those flapper sanders.
Flopping right off.
Pretty
Well, that's no good.
Pretty soon it's going to become a projectile. Well, that's how you got glue on it last time.
Maybe. maybe my wife or my kid had to glue it last time. I don't remember doing this, but somebody else might have had to.
I think we solved the mystery.
Yeah. There we go. Now hopefully doesn't come flying off when I turn it on. It's there, get it turned down right away. All right, let's get back at it. A little bit. I don't want it to start melting, but I also need to be able to grind it.
Well, yeah.
Still seems pretty big.
Well, that's what she said.
She does say that. But I wanted to, let's see, where's my old one? So this other one, let's see, where's my grabby things? There we go, grabby things. So you can see how small that was, right? Like that was entirely too thin, and it looks weird. Like it actually fits right inside there.
Yeah.
So I want it to be just a little bit smaller than the diameter of the outside of this, but it's not going to fit inside there. It's going to be glued on the surface.
Right.
So
do you have them being lit as well?
Yes, those are lit. There's white lights in there. So this is going to have to be painted red, right? So that's what I did on the other ones. I just painted the inside of this red.
Yeah, because you could take a little bit of strip styrene and put it just inside there so the red butts up against it.
Butts up against what?
Against this, like strip styrene.
Oh, like inside here?
Yeah.
I don't think I need that. Because this will just stick right on there.
Right.
Like that. I might even carve it so it fits in like a plug,
Right.
like I did for right here. You know what I mean? I made like a little mushroom or like a little hat. So I get the one end fit to the size where I got my tape template, and then I'll flip that over, stick it on the stick the other way, and carve it into the dome shape that I want.
What's this material you're using right now?
It is the bottom of this headlight case.
Oh, okay.
This is the thickest plastic I could find. It's not that thick, so I had to use 4 layers of it.
Right.
What I was using before was this thicker piece of, I guess, Lexan or whatever, plexiglass or something.
Okay.
So that was like two layers of that was the thickness here, and then that's the same thing I did for here too for that dome at the bottom. So it's made the same way.
Yeah. Not that I've ever done it, but
Stacked
have
up
you ever
and-
thought about doing like simple casting, simple like resin casting?
I've thought about it, but I don't really have a way to do that.
Okay.
You have to make silicone molds. You have to get resin. Yeah, I'm not going through all that. I'd rather just carve it by hand. To me, this is easier than casting it with resin. Yeah, I'm not worried about perfect accuracy. All right, I don't care if it's exactly the right. Happy with it. Making things by hand seems to work for me, so I'm just gonna kind of stick with it.
Well, we all know you're really good at it.
Thanks. Okay, so now it should be exactly the same size as the top there. It's hard to see because just pop it off of there. There we go.
That's looking good.
Okay, so yeah. So that's actually about 1 millimeter smaller all the way around. So that's pretty much exactly what I want. So I'm going to actually try and save this template for the other side. It's not identical, but it's close enough that it's going to be the same enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you in the ballpark.
Where is my other stack of stuff? Okay. All right, so now I'll take it and what time is it? 8 o'clock. Okay, I got an hour still.
Yes.
All right, so now I'm gonna mount this on my glue stick again here. This is just so I can hold on to it. And this time I'll stick down the side that is already cut and shaped.
And also, Andrew, if you're still listening, Andrew, you gonna need to put up something in Discord, letting everybody know you're gonna stream tonight, and probably
Uh,
throw up your
uh,
YouTube.
I saw it on YouTube.
Oh, it's up on YouTube now. Okay, I know it
Yeah,
wasn't
it's up
earlier.
on YouTube. I saw it earlier today. So I knew Andrew was going to be on tonight.
Perfect.
Unfortunately, Andrew, if you are still listening, like I said, I don't know how to do the redirect. But I don't think Andrew needs that anyways. He's not going to get any new viewers that are watching me. Everyone that watches me already watches his show anyways. Okay, so now this is the inside is the right size. So what I want to do now is try to make this into a dome. Roll it on the mat. Okay, I remember that comment. So first I'll square it. Not square it, but square the shape of it.
Yes.
Cylindricize it is what I'm doing instead of a cone.
You with all the fancy words tonight.
I don't know if cylindricize is a word, but hey, it works. You guys know what I meant.
It's functional
That's
English.
right.
As long as you get your point
If
across.
defenestrate can be a word, then cylindricize can be a word. So I want to be careful not to go beyond the other end and make the first end smaller. I don't want to do that.
Andrew's saying, I wonder if there's something glitchy with StreamYard tonight.
Could be that, but it's more likely the internet around here. I wasn't able to get fiber optic again when we moved to the apartment building. When we were living in the house, we had fiber optic, but when we moved to the apartment building, they didn't offer that here, so we had to get cable. It's still not bad. Like, I got the highest possible speed you can get. But it still has to deal with other people in the building using it and stuff like that, right? There's a lot of apartments, 9 floors of 15 apartments on every floor.
Yeah.
So it's not huge, but that's enough.
Yeah, it can get to be like using the Wi-Fi at a hotel or something.
Yeah. And most of the apartments have internet.
Well, this day and age, yeah, most people do.
Even the old folks.
They got a Facebook with the grandkids.
Yeah.
Howard says 3 mirrors has been very straight for a few people this past week. So, okay. Not sure what you're talking about there, Howard.
3 mirrors?
Yeah.
I'm not sure either.
Unless you have something else that was, I'm going to check that on YouTube in case something wasn't allowed through or something.
Well, I think we see it in StreamYard still, don't we? It just doesn't show up on YouTube.
Sometimes if it's held, I'm not sure. He says StreamYard's damn phone. So it says 3 mirrors. StreamYard has been very great for a few people this past week. So
It's probably strange.
Could be.
He's probably busy working and he's telling his phone what to type. And those don't work great. Talk to, type.
No, they don't. It's like all the problems that were autocorrect years ago.
Some of that went in my mouth.
What, Mary didn't feed you tonight?
No, I'm on my own. But you did make a really good turkey soup the other day, so there's lots of that left.
Nice. He says his phone. Howard says his phone's being.
Yeah. It's all full of sand. That's what happens when you get sand in your phone. Salt water. Alright, there we go. We're looking pretty domey there. That looks way better than the other one. A lot of times I attempt things twice. I'll have to, even if I make something and attach it to the model, and I'll be looking at it and I'll say, you know what, I can do better than that. And so yeah, there we go. There's the first one compared to the second one. Focus.
See, now you could cast that in silicone.
Oh yeah, but I'm not gonna.
For a couple of resumes. But you could.
There, I think that looks a lot better.
Looking good.
That just fits a lot. Like if you look at the original Enterprise, it pretty much comes right off of there. There's not a lot of a lip, right? There's not a big difference in size. It's the diameter of the Bussard collector is a little bit smaller than the cylinder of the pylon, but not much. They're just a small little transition there. That's way better. And as Andrew said, I'll leave this off the model because I'm going to paint the rest of that.
Right.
And it'll save me the trouble of.
Yeah, you can just stick a little cotton or paper or towel or something down into the
Yeah, that's what I did on the impulse engines there. I got a little I just cut the ends off these and stuck them right in there.
There you have it.
Yeah. That works. Okay, so now where's my piece? There it is. So I still gotta cut this a little bit. Let me just use that same template. Just like that. And we'll disregard this one because that one was ripped and misshapen. That's what she said. It's misshapen and ripped. What are you supposed to do?
I was just looking to see if you had that. That's what she says. That's what she said.
I don't think so. I don't know.
No.
I don't have a lot of the ones that I don't really use them a lot anyways because I'm normally by myself on these.
Yeah.
And I don't get a chance to use those. So I haven't really bothered going through the sounds to see what I had. I did have the Bozeman whistle sound for when Captain Charlemagne joins, but that one seems to be gone.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
My pants, you're kidding. You can ship your pants? right
Okay.
here. You hear that? I can ship my pants for free.
Wow, I just may ship my pants.
We need to add the other one where the guys go, I just shipped the bed.
Yep.
He's like in the back of a truck or something, and he sits up, I just shipped the bed.
No, I think he's just in a bed in the store. I thought.
Oh, maybe. He sits up from the bed or something, right?
Yes, he does.
I just shipped the bed. Yeah. Ship your pants for free. I ship my pants. Alrighty. Let me see. Okay. So,
Melted plastic in there.
plastic on there, yeah. See, it was going fast enough to melt it, but if I have it on the lowest setting, it doesn't go fast enough to effectively grind it. Ow, I stepped on the I just stepped on that.
Ow.
And I found my adapter there that I was looking for last night.
Oh,
so
perfect.
I can use the better airbrush hose. The one that's
Yes.
not a freaking coily pigtail.
Yeah.
That hose is terrible. I just open the window a little bit here. Okay. So we'll just go down one setting. So I gotta go in the right direction too. If I turn it this way, it'll leave a big sticky melted mess, but if I turn it this way, it flicks all the pieces out my keyboard and they're gone.
They'll be in your keyboard.
Yep, my keyboard takes care of that for me and cleans up the mess. Got one of those little vacuums. Like I have one like that, but it's for
Yes.
the car. So it has the 12-volt plug on it. Yeah. Could use the I have one of those adapters there for those Coolatron coolers. And it has the adapter that you plug in the house, and then you can plug 12-volt things into it. For the cooler, I could actually use that probably to use my little vacuum, but then I won't have one in my car.
Howard says, contrary to belief that Ian was the one that posted it, I was the original Kmart commercial of shipping pants.
Howard was the first one to show us that. Well, not show us, but post it in Discord.
That's what he says. Yep.
I remember when that commercial was on TV and we'd all laugh. My mom loved it. They're shipping their pants. Oh yeah, my mom was pretty funny. She had a good sense of humor. Okay. That looks good.
That went a little quicker.
Yeah, it did. Because the first one I was trying to grind on a slower setting, and then I had to change my sanding drum, and then screw around with this, screw around with that.
Howard says he remembers it on TV.
Yeah, well, yeah, they might have had a comparable commercial playing in the U.S.?
I think that commercial is a U.S. commercial, or
Yeah.
a North American commercial, or whatever. Canada, U.S. one. They
Well, yeah, I
probably-
guess Kmart. Kmart, I guess, wasn't strictly. It was Kmart, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Zellers
guess-
was Canadian, where Kmart was.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, that's where I was confused. Zellers was a Canadian outfit.
Yeah, a lot like Kmart.
Yeah. I haven't seen a Zellers or a Kmart in many, many years.
Yes.
We used to have the downtown of Sudbury is so terrible now. Like we had this mall. I forget what it used to be called, but now it's called the Sudbury Rainbow Center or whatever. All it is now is call center offices.
Wow.
But there used to be the whole mall was totally packed with stores. There was an Eaton's, there was a Zellers, there was a Sears there. There was this food court with all these restaurants. There was a big restaurant aside the food court. There was big fountains. Like it was such an awesome mall. And now you go downtown and it's just nothing but junkies walking around, standing at the intersections with cardboard signs in their hands.
Yep. Well, I mean, everybody's doing more online shopping. All of those big box stores have closed.
Every business downtown closes at like 5. There's no stores you can go to. You can't do anything. It's like just totally deserted, except for the vagrants.
Cameron said, yeah, there was Radio Shack. Said,
Yeah.
That mall was awesome.
Yeah, it was. It was an arcade.
Oh, I remember the arcades as a kid. Those were great.
There was a Cinnabon. There was a movie theater. I think the movie theater is still open. They reopened it because the only other movie theater we had for probably about 10 or 15 years was the big Silver City, like a big Cineplex.
Yep.
So I think they reopened the little one in the mall. It's got like I think 3 or 4 screens, and they show not the big Hollywood movies.
Yeah.
Or they show them a few months after release, right? They get them later.
Yeah. It was like the
But whatever. Yeah. I find it's more comfortable there anyways. Hard to look at those giant, big, huge screens. And now,
Yeah, you usually got to sit for fairly far back.
And now, like, every movie is in 3D. Like, when we went to go see that, the newest Deadpool movie there with Deadpool and Wolverine, it was so hard to watch because I'd rather just watch a normal movie.
Yeah.
But it was in 3D. I was like, you get a headache. You get motion sickness trying to focus on everything. And then you take those glasses off and it's like not even watchable.
No, it isn't.
You can't see anything. I think it's going faster this time because of the direction I'm carving it in. The other time I was going this way.
Oh, okay.
Doing it this way and disregarding the fact that it's flying right at my face because I have eye protection on. I got eye protection on, so I'm not all that worried about it. But they went in my mouth a little bit, though. Pop that off of there. Compare it to the other one. They're looking pretty identical.
Looking good.
I think this one might be still a little bit bulbous. Yeah. It's a little thick on one side. I'm just going to use the fret leveling beam
Howard wants to know how it tasted.
side. Like plastic.
So not that exciting.
No. Tastes the same as my teeth. Yeah, a lot of people say they don't notice anything different with dentures, but for me, a lot of things don't taste good. Like a lot of foods don't have much taste, and some things like chocolate or sweet things are actively disgusting.
Well, Howard said better than cow poop.
Plastic? Yeah, I'll eat plastic all day rather than cow poop. All right, that's looking pretty good. So I'm wondering if I should just I'm wondering if it would be beneficial to carve this out.
Like to hollow it out a little bit.
Yeah, or do you think it's like you think I'll get better light distribution if I hollow that out?
I
Or you-
am not that into lighting,
Yes.
so
If I just scuff this like
I
I
don't-
did the other one.
I don't see that you would need to unless you were looking to insert the light directly.
Well, no, the light is inset back there, right? It's like right where
Exactly.
the groove is. The light's in behind there a bit.
Yeah, I don't think you'd be doing yourself any favors by.
No,
Yeah, I don't think so.
that's just a lot of extra work. Oh, that looks so much better.
That does look really good.
That's such a better fit. Yeah. Excellent. Excellent. So I'm glad I decided to just make new ones instead of. I had an idea last night that I was going to dip this in clear something, and UV resin would be good, but I don't have UV resin, so I was going to do it with this, but I would have to do it like old-fashioned candle making style.
Yep.
Dip it and sit
Like-
there and wait for it to
doing
dry.
layers.
Dip it, yeah, layers and layers until it built up thick enough. I'm sure it would have worked, but then it would be soft
Yes.
Right. because that stuff dries fairly hard, but not like hard.
Not as
like
hard as the
this.
plastic is. Yeah.
No, so any little bump you would mar the surface, and you'd have probably a little indentation there that would make me unhappy. So I'm just trying to flatten the side here a little bit because it's kind of bulging out a bit still. So rub it on there. Might have to get a new piece of sandpaper for my fret leveling beam. It's just starting to chip on the corner there a bit. Still works good. I've been using this thing for about 2 years now. It doesn't, like, you rub something over.
Yep.
See where there's stuff there? You just rub it and it comes off, eh? Kind of easy to clean it off. What time we got here? 8:30? All right. That's pretty good. What I could do. So I'll get some of this two-way tape here. And I'll just stick the two bits together. to ensure symmetry. And it just makes it easier for me to hang on to it. So there it goes. So I got a little capsule now.
There you go. Now you can send them to be symmetrical.
Yeah.
Just don't overdo it on the sanding.
No, well, it's only going to sand away the bulgy side part here, right?
Right.
That's all I want to do. It makes it easier for me to hang on to it too. So I'm rolling it around as I'm going.
Yeah.
There's
other things that help too are like poster tack.
Yeah.
Helps to hold on to stuff like that if you gotta sand it really small.
Yeah.
But you gotta be careful you don't start sanding the poster tack.
Yeah.
Ask me how I know.
Does it just melt into like a goo?
No, it just gums up your sandpaper.
Yeah. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
It'll like heat. It'll get really soft real fast, right?
No, I mean, because it's just gonna start tearing chunks off really quick.
Oh.
If you have your poster tack, hanging down too low into the sandpaper.
Mm-hmm. So it's just like that Vallejo stuff.
Yeah, I actually I want to try have both of us on screen practice try using your Badger airbrush there, because I've got the exact same airbrush.
Okay. Well, I got to I'll be doing another round of paint on this. I won't be doing it on this stream though. But maybe tomorrow. I was thinking tomorrow on the Sunday group stream I was going to work on the Klingon ship.
Okay.
I'll get another coat of paint done on that. Okay, there. It's looking pretty good. And I'll take advantage of the fact that it's still got some sticky stuff on there. We'll just stick it on there for now so I can look at it.
And admire your handiwork.
Yeah. Get a look at it from the front angle there. That black spot's not a gap, it's just the paint underneath, or the primer, where I've sanded away a little bit. It's looking pretty good. It's even all up. Oh, there it goes. And there it goes. Where'd it go? I heard it hit the floor. All right. There it is. Got it. All right, so that isn't as sticky as I thought it was anymore. There we go.
Really good. Looking really good. The whole thing's looking amazing.
Thank you. Once we get some colors in there, right? Like this dish painted with the copper color.
Yeah.
It's going to be nice. The inside one here will be the copper. Oh, can't see it. The inside little ring there. That's going to be copper, just like the dish. And then this strip's like just a little bit slightly darker of a gray than the rest. As is the neck. It's like the same color as the neck. The neck's a little bit different than the rest of the body.
Yeah. Were you looking at trying to match the TOS Enterprise for color? Yeah,
that's what I got here. Like this on camera, this pretty much looks white, but it's actually a light gray with a little bit of green in it. And to the eye, you can see the green, but I didn't put enough green. So the next paint coat on this, I used all my paint last night anyways.
Right.
So I'm going to make a new batch of paint, and I'm going to double the amount of green. And I think I might start with a bit darker of a gray, because I used this one here.
Come down a little bit. We can't really see it. There we go.
USAAF light gray, because it has kind of a green tinge to it.
Okay.
Sort of already. You can see like it reminds me of the Enterprise color, but it just doesn't quite have enough green in it.
Yeah.
So I put I used one of these little cups here. So paint, thinner, and then with this filled with paint and thinner, I only added 2 drops of my green. So
Right.
I think I'll go with like maybe 4 drops of green, or 3. I'll do 3 and see how dark it is. And if it's not dark enough, then I'll do some more.
Cameron says, yeah, it's looking really great. Oh, yeah. Like, you don't have a hobby store of any type around there, do you?
No,
That's unfortunate.
no. Like I can't go. I can get paints like this.
Yeah.
We have a Michaels. We have a Michaels, and we have countless dollar stores where you can get stuff like this.
Yeah. Like if
But
you
I
could
can't
get
get stuff
Tamiya
like
paint,
this.
there's a Tamiya paint, Japanese. It's a World War II Japanese, I think navy color. It's a gray with a little green tinge, and
Got a few
the
Tamiya
ensign's
paints
chair.
here.
Yeah, the ensign's chair did some checking, and he said that's really pretty much almost exactly on for the right color.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it would be listed as like IJN, which is Imperial Japanese Navy, and then I think it's like like Navy, or yeah, IJN light gray or something like that.
Well,
I had bought a few bottles of it because I knew
clear.
that
I got a clear coat.
yeah. Oh, take a look at those, see if it's turned yellow.
Clear coat?
Yeah.
Kind of looks gray.
So it'd be like that. That's probably the flat coat.
Yeah, it says semi-gloss.
Oh, okay. X35. Yeah. So yeah, that little pigment, or that grit in there basically makes it so it's not really glossy.
Yeah. So I got a couple of them. This one's full. Got a bunch of those. 2, 3. And then I got a flat clear. So
Yeah. So to me, anything that has FF, if it's XF, F is for flat.
Yeah. Okay. See, yeah, all the grays are like silvers.
Yeah.
Flat aluminum. This one's chrome silver. This one's titanium silver. Because my buddy that gave me this stuff mainly paints model cars.
Yeah.
Or builds and paints model cars, right? So he's using a lot of the chromes.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's not really any gray in here.
Yeah. To me, is one of those paints that are usually quite easy for people to obtain, and they do work really well.
Yeah. Yeah, I would have to order them from like Amazon.
Yeah. Or an online hobby store.
Yeah, Amazon. It's the only place that I can get shipping for free.
True. Yeah. Unless you
all
order
the other hobby stores, you have to spend up to
usually about $100.
Usually $100. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's why I don't really want to order custom decals from. Like, there's a couple places to order them from, but I looked into it and I checked, and for a set of custom decals, well, it's like $45 for the decals, and then it's like $50 for shipping.
Yeah. Yeah.
for something that you can put in a flat envelope and throw in the mailbox, really.
Yeah, just with a little bit of cardboard with it.
Yeah, it's flat pages, you know what I mean? It's not like you need a big cardboard box and it has weight to it. It's some pieces of paper. People mail pieces of paper all the time.
Yeah, that's true.
Cost $50. So, that's a bit of a hindrance for me for stuff like that. And I'm still not in a position right now where I have disposable money to blow on stuff like that.
Right, yeah.
So there's what I used a bit of this translucent emerald green because it's
Yeah,
the
that's what you
base
were
green
using
I
on
have.
the Klingon ship as well.
Yeah, maybe I should try. Actually, have a turquoise. A drop of turquoise might. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. The titanium white is close. See, these colors you gave me here, these are nice ones, but they're color shifting. And I
Yeah.
don't really want to use those on this ship, right?
Yeah. They'd be good for something like a refit.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what I kind of got them
So I
for you two, in case you're going to do like a refit type style generation type ships.
Yeah, well, I do refit everything, right? Every model I've done so far has been a refit of some sort.
Yeah. Like
Except
your
for the
Hornet, that would
other,
probably be good for your Hornet if you wanted.
Yeah. That one's basically already painted.
Yes,
It's
it is.
pretty much finished. I'm just waiting for those custom decals to come that my viewer sent.
Nice.
Yeah. And and I gotta poke out all the windows and
Right.
redo them. Because they're not bad. Like they look okay. When the lights are on, they all look nice and even. But like some of the ones here, there's some
Yep.
paint in the windows, right?
Right.
And you can see the light when it's turned on. Like it's not thick paint, but when it's like this, you can see it, and I don't like it. So I'm gonna have to. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I guess I'll have to try to get in there with a little file or something like this and try to carefully poke them all out. I actually did make a little thing yesterday because I was trying to get into these windows right here. Because
Howard's asking, what colors are you needing?
What colors am I needing? Enterprise colors. Any colors. Any colors will do. But for these ships, you're using a lot of grays and a lot of whites and a lot of grays. The white pearl is my favorite paint. I like to use that as like a base coat. So that's what on this one and on my NX01 and also my Excelsior. All the colors start with the white pearl base coat. And
Right,
then I
yeah.
add some colors in. Like for this one, I was trying to go with the movie era look, right? Like the refit Enterprise style paint job with the blue highlights and the, you know what I mean? The almost white paint job.
Yeah. Almost like a pearlescent.
Yeah. So I did my best. It's a little darker gray than you'd see the refit Enterprise in the movies, but it's a lot lighter than you'd see the actual NX01. I think I'm going to clean out my lines here. I went a little hard with the panel lines with the pencil.
Yep.
I'm gonna try to clean that out a little bit and soften that.
Are you thinking you wouldn't mind trying some pearlescent whites?
Yeah, well, that's what I want to get.
Because like Tamiya, for example, has rattle cans of pearlescent white.
Yeah.
They also have a pearlescent clear, which you can come in as a clear coat afterwards.
Oh, really?
Yep. So you could pearlescent that ship right there.
Well, this one already is. I'm trying to catch it in the light so you can see the little sparkles. Like it had when you look closely, you can see the little sparkles.
Yeah.
It's slightly glittery.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Every once in a while, one catches the light in the right way, but
Yeah.
it's very, very subtle.
yeah. So yeah, that's something that to look at. I think if you're willing to use, I know it's expensive to get Tamiya rattle cans, but they do, like I said, they do have a which would for you after priming would be a good like white coat for a lot of Federation of that era ships of having a pearlescent white.
I would
spray
much
can.
rather just grab a spray can to do a base coat than I could use the airbrush for all the little color
Detail parts.
masked
Yeah.
off and stuff like that. But as far as doing a base coat, yeah, a spray. I was tempted to bring this down and spray it, but I have that same paint primer that you got there, the white stuff.
Yep. The 2X.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
So
it gets laid on pretty thick sometimes if you're not.
So if
careful.
Howard's looking for paints, I mean, to me, a pearlescent white would be good.
Mm-hmm.
Imperial IGA Tamiya bottle paint IGA, and I want to say it's light gray is a good TOS color, gray green color. Let me look. Let me look at my app. Where is my app? Where did it go? That's not my app.
Let's see. We got so we're 10-9. I'm not gonna bother. I'm not gonna bother to start painting right now.
Right.
But I will, as I'm watching Andrew's stream tonight, I'll probably start trying to mix up my colors at least.
Yeah.
And make sure I have enough. I'll make sure I have enough to do a few coats. So I'm going to have to empty out one of my little containers here of paint that I'm not going to use anymore. Which I have plenty of.
Yeah, I think that color is actually just JN. JN. So it might be XF12. I'm just looking here. Or see if it's a different one.
Which bottles?
Oh, no, here we go.
About Howard.
It's Tamiya XF76 gray green IJN. That's the color that you use.
What do we pay for the bottles in Canada? What does he mean? The Tamiya ones? Does he mean these ones, or does he mean these ones?
Like $5, something like that. Let me see here.
Because I don't know. I would have thought one of these is about $10.
I am gonna look at my paints here at my local hobby store.
I looked at Tamiya paints on Amazon before, and I didn't see like individual bottles, but there was like packs of like 12 or 24, and I think the 12 paints was like $60 or something like that for 12 bottles like this.
Yeah, the Tamiya XF flat paints are $3.79 a piece at my local hobby store.
So like a bottle this size?
Sorry, just let me switch back screens. Yep, $3.79.
That's not too bad, I guess. Less than $5.
Yep.
That's not
and
bad.
And then
you don't get a lot in there though. Like if I was to paint this whole model with it, I would only be able to do about 4 coats.
But don't forget though, if you're airbrushing, you're thinning it down 50%, so you're getting twice as much.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. I don't know if I'd want to use this one in that airbrush though. It looks like a metallic one.
You really have to clean your airbrush really well afterwards.
Yeah.
After using metallics. And then if I look at, let's see here. Let's go to a different paint. Let's look at Viejo. They are just those little bottles of Viejo, depending which, if you get like the Game Color Express or just the more regular stuff, you're looking at around $4 a bottle. Yeah, $3.99.
Howard says he was just looking and they're showing $30 for that. That's crazy if it's American to buy in Canada to send to somebody in Canada. $30. It's probably $30 for like a pack of them.
Could be.
Because when I'm looking at stuff like this, I don't often see single bottles of this or any other kind of paint. You know what I mean? Like these Meaden ones I have, this was like 24 bottles of paint. I haven't seen them in like single bottles.
Right. Howard, if you want, I can send you a couple links to a couple Canadian web stores, including some that are in Ontario, who could ship to Jody probably pretty quick if that's what you're looking to do. Or I can even send you the one to my local hobby store in Manitoba, the neighboring province. So if you like. Yeah, so that's your Badger. And I've got the exact same airbrush.
Yeah. What size is the tip on this one? Is it
The needle?
larger? Yeah.
You have to look at the back. Look at the little ball on the very back of the airbrush. Like it's the tip is the base of the needle. You can see it right without taking that off.
Oh.
Let's see here. Let me get rid of that.
No, I cannot.
There we go. All right. Just the ball. Does it have a color or anything to it? Or is it just metallic
No, it's
color?
silver.
Okay. That'll generally tell you what the size of the needle is.
Seems to be the same as the other one.
Wow, Howard's saying no. It's saying $30 for one bottle at 30 milliliters. Yeah, Howard. If that's Amazon or something, somebody's just asking for stupid prices.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
I would. I'll send you a couple links to some hobby stores here in Canada that can ship. Even if you end up having to pay $11 shipping for like 6 or 8 paints, that's not as bad as $30 for one bottle of paint.
That needle really protrudes out the end quite a bit. When it's
Yes, it
just
does.
relaxed like that.
Yeah.
I guess that's why they give you this cap.
Yeah, mine's probably a little bit older. Mine came with a more of a rubber cap.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is rubber.
Yeah, I know. I don't like that cap.
Why? It's hard to remove when there's paint in there?
No, just because it protrudes so far down inside.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that's...
Yeah, Howard's saying...
a lot
or
of capacity
Pepper
there.
says, dang, that's crazy. And Howard says, I'm just wondering if it's the tariff thing. Well, if you're looking at Canadian retailers, we don't have tariffs on that stuff. That's not an us thing. If you're ordering out of the United States, then it quite possibly is a tariff because it's coming from another country.
Yeah. But I bet you if he was trying to order something and send it to somebody in Canada, I bet you he'd still be charged the tariff.
No, I don't think so. The tariff only because a lot of people are getting the tariff bills afterwards now.
Okay,
So it's
really?
like, say if you bought something from a
So
retail
it's like
store,
a separate charge.
yeah. So say if you bought something from one of the retail models hobby stores in Canada and had it shipped to your address, I don't think it would be any different.
It says he's on Amazon CA and like have Ken's address.
Okay, and it's giving you those prices. Yeah, I wouldn't. Like I said, Amazon.
Yeah, I'd check another seller.
Yeah, Amazon sellers can sell things for some sell them at reasonable prices. Some do not. I don't generally buy a lot of too many hobby items on Amazon unless it's some sort of specific tool. But if it's like paints or kits or anything like that, I don't buy them on Amazon. I find them too high priced.
I'm a specific tool, but I'm not high priced. I'm a cheap engineer. There we go. Get that adapter thing on there. And I can use this hose.
So if you want, Howard, I'll send you a link in Discord to the hobby store. If I'm sending Jody something that I usually use, it's in Ontario, so same province as him.
Well, I need the other adapter thingy.
But it's 3 minutes to.
Mm-hmm.
So pretty quickly, I'm going to switch over to Andrew's stream because I'm joining him tonight as well.
That's excellent. You're going to produce for Andrew?
I am. He asked me to. So
you got some trivia that you can let me in on? Give me the inside scoop on the categories, maybe?
I don't actually
us
do
a hint?
trivia on Andrew's streams.
Oh, no? Oh,
Nope,
that's
we
a
don't do
bummer.
trivia there generally.
Oh,
We could throw up some math questions if you like.
no thanks. Maybe I'll spam the chat with my own questions. See if anybody wants to play along.
There you have it.
All right, let me just put a cap on this before I knock it over.
All right, so I'm going to take off and go
All right,
over
well,
and join
thanks for
Andrew.
joining me, Ken.
All right.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I will
anytime.
see you over on Andrew's stream.
All right, you guys take care, everyone.
I'm just going to wrap this up. So here's what I got done. Made some Bussard caps. Actually remade them. So those are a lot better than they were. They're a lot closer in size that I wanted. What else did I do? I did a little bit of cleanup around my shuttle bay door there. So I have a strip on there, and I had some gunky Vallejo putty. I cleared that out, and did a little bit of filling around the rim right here. So I'm gonna have to attack that with the sander. And that's all I did today. That's all I did. So a special treat, I'll just hook the lights up just for a second. There we go. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good night. Enjoy Andrew's stream.